Alrighty, hope everyone's well, and just wanted to sort of keep everyone up to date on what we're up to as a team moving forward after the cancellation of Australian Speed Week. I had Dad down last week. It was good to catch up with him, and we sort of formatted a plan on what we're going to do for the remainder of 22 into 23. I'm going to take the blue bike here to the US, ship it over there in July, and compete at the Bonneville Speed Week, and hopefully the Bonneville Motorcycle Speed Trials, and then the World of Speed. So looking forward to that, getting back to the States. Just on the shipping, look, Peter Lay Custom Imports, they usually help us get our bikes home from the US. This year we need to air freight it there, and he's a shipping importer. So if you need anything brought in from the US to Australia, Lay Custom Imports. But look, he's thrown a couple of dollars at, or $1,000 at trying to get the bike there as well to LA. So thanks, Pete. I appreciate that. The Lay family, look, they're long stalwarts of Australian hot rodding and drag racing, I guess, and supporting motorsports. So thanks to Lays. Want to get the bike there. I think the Bonneville record's 91 mile an hour, so pretty comfortable with 91 mile an hour. We ran 97 at Gardner. We've got more power now than we had then. We've got to deal with the thin air of and the altitude of Bonneville, but we're on 20% on the dyno now, making good power, and I think we'll get back to the dyno in coming weeks before we ship the bike, and see if we'll flow 30 or 40%. So when we do get to Bonneville and I lose the power, I can try to tip the can and get a bit of that power back. So that's the plan. Get the class record 91. Hopefully we can do that, and then all going well, go for the ton. If we can get 100 mile an hour, and then chase the 102.75, which is the fastest sit-on 50cc record across all the different governing bodies. I think it's an AMA record. Not much information about it. I'm thinking the day they set that record, it must have been downhill or had a big tailwind or something. But anyway, as a European GP guys from 1960 will tell you, they were going 120 mile an hour 50 years ago. You just don't see them on the salt for some reason. Anyway, that's another story. Anyway, so that's the story. We're going to leave that bike in the US. Leave it there at Tim Lewis's, and just park it there, and that way if we get the opportunity to go again next year, I can fly over, and we haven't got that air freight issue and the expense of getting that bike to Bonneville. Also, it's pretty hard running two bikes at the one meeting. Dad and I, we like to concentrate on the one, and be focused on the one, especially when they're at the top edge of their league, sort of, I guess. So it's good just to focus now on the 50 in America and the 100 in Australia. That brings back the 100, so Dad's pretty keen to go around again, and I'm pretty stoked about that, because riding that thing this year at Gardner or last year I should say now, was a buzz. It went, I think I went 90 on the shakedown run with the miss, and then we cleaned the miss and it went 120, and we were disappointed at 120, and it was the second fastest run I'd ever done, but it was still missing, and then it cleaned up. The next run we tipped the can and leaned it out, and at 131 and 130.8, it was on rails. It was a rocket ship. So there's two streamliners that are faster than us, and Dad's got it in his head. He wants to run them down, and I'm happy to have a go at that. So it gives us time again together, and a common goal and something to work towards. So the two bikes that are in the SCTA DLRA rule books, because that's the sort of rules we run under. That's the scatter records. These ones, it's the NSU from Mueller in 1954, when the NSUs came to Bonneville and they blew all the records apart, and there's plenty of their records still standing today. 138 mile an hour, so that'll be a stretch from 131. And then the next one is Jack Costella. Any of his builds are going to be fast. Another streamliner, small frontal area, no drag, 141. So you might think 131 to 141 is not much, but that's a big stretch in land speed racing when 131 is already very fast for 100cc. So we've got 54 horsepower. We're figuring we're going to need 65, 66 plus a tail, some aero. It's going to need everything and Mother Nature to play the game, and all the moons align, I think. But if anyone can do it, Dad can do it. He builds pretty bulletproof motors, so we'll probably tip it up to, I think it ran on 40% last year. It might need 50, 60% if it can hold together. It's that land speed racing working around the weakest point, and we're at the point where we've got a few of them. So we'll see how we go, but we'll give it a go. And look, as you know, it's going to take those that know. It'd be tough to run them streamliners down, but we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a crack, and it'll be fun trying. Anyway, I might just have my hand on the clutch going through the mile, I reckon. She'll be a grenade maybe, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, so that's pretty much us up to speed there. So the 50 to America and the 100 back here in Australia. Now, Speed Week in America, I should have Joanne's coming over, I hope, if she can get the time off work. Probably come do Speed Week and then fly home, or Speed Week and maybe the BMST. She's a bit time poor at the moment, so that's okay. But I've probably got Phil Bertay and Felipe from the Bitterlot team, and it's just it's pretty much how land speed racing works, I guess. It's the camaraderie of land speed racers. Those two guys were on the Bitterlot team that they were the fastest in the world on the 100, and we were the fastest, and they were the fastest. Now we're the fastest. Just goes to show now that I can invite those guys, and they're good friends of mine, to crew for me at Speed Week when we were, on opposing sides, I guess. But really is no side, is there? So yeah, it's nice. So I'll have those guys and Joanne, and maybe Mike Rempe from Mini Mob in Canada came down. I've been trying to catch up with him since 2015, so time's flying there. But it leaves the other two meetings, the BMST. Got a BMST shirt on today, and also the Utah World of Speed. If you ever want to go to Bonneville, or you're planning on going to Bonneville, and you want to help out, drop me a message, because I'm going to need some crew. So there's probably no better seat than pushing me off and then jumping in the truck and driving down to the 4 mile to pick me up. So if you're going to be there or you want to help out, let me know, please. And we're probably going to need some crew. Mikey Hanahan, if you're not running the BMST, or maybe you could jump on board, mate. No pressure, but anyone, it's an open offer. So come along, have some fun. Got to thank some other people, some companies and people. Oh, look, people-wise, when Australian Speed Week was cancelled, I had a bunch of messages, and I've got to say thank you to everyone around the world for I know they knew I was bummed out. The amount of effort you put into these things to get that chance once a year to be ripped out from under you with a month to go. But where it's a first world problem, I guess, isn't it? There's a lot more serious things on the go. But John Levy offered me some, to stay at his house and lend me a trailer. So things like that. Guys I've never met, but guys I look up to in the sport, really. So Tim Lewis has got me a truck and a trailer, and I'll probably leave my bike at Tim's place as long as he doesn't touch it, because he knows it's going to be faster than his 100. That'll upset him anyway. He'll be out there measuring the port, pulling the barrel off and measuring the ports every night, I reckon. And just, there's a bunch of well-wishers from around the world, so thanks for that. Look, I've got to thank some companies that have stuck with us and supported us. And look, when we're not running, we're not really, there's no photos, and there's no, we try to do as much as we can, but there's no glossy photos on the Salt, and there's no records. So, top one, the Ryan family, they've been with us for a few years. Look, they're a great bunch, and I have a lovely relationship with them. It's great to be part of that team. And they support land speed racing, from the Bolivia events to the Akatak. So, it's nice to have them on board. Hare and Forbes, a great Aussie company. The mill here in the lathe, they help us out a bunch, So without that stuff in-house, it's hard work. Barnett Clutches, Mike Taylor there in the gang, and they've always helped us with the bikes and clutches and setups. So thanks to Barnett. Amel Carbs in the UK, Phil and the team there. I actually got a text yesterday saying my new Amel Carbs are on the way, so I'm waiting. It's next Friday. I'm waiting for the box. They're going to got a new GP and a TT coming, so they'll be pretty. I can't wait to check them out. The Bitterlot Technologies, Arnaud Bitterlot over there in France. Thanks, mate, for all your help. I'm running. I'm not running in the same class as them, but I'm trying to. They're one of the faster bikes than me at the moment, so they know I'm trying to go faster than them, and they're happy to and throw the technology at me, really, and help out. And they've been an open book. I think they have anyway. Maybe there's a couple of little secrets they're not telling me, but that's okay. I'm not telling them a couple as well, so that's all right. Kidiko Engineering, they help with the blown 100. Their stuff has been amazing. Look at the pounding we give it. 24 pounds boost, and 40% nitro on stuff that's built for dirt bikes. How strong's their stuff? Like, come on, Kitico, if you want a good gear, that's the good gear. Mini Mob in Canada, Mike up there, Rempe's always helped us with getting the Kitico parts from them, and etc. Back here in Australia, Jack's Tyres help with the truck and look after my cars and have for years on the Gold Coast. Peter Lay again, if you need stuff brought in from the US, look up Pete. East Point Signs here in Byron, Marcus has helped us out a bunch over the years. The Bay Seafood, Freckle and the gang there support us, help me with fuel every year and food for Gardner and prawns now and then, and they're a good bunch of good family and a good team to be a good bunch of guys to hang out with, So and Powerhouse Dyno up here, Steve dropped in from yesterday, mate. Gonna need some dyno time soon, so I'll come and see you again. Kabuto helmets through Moto National. Kabuto helmets. I think Remy Gardner's running one this year. They're a great lid. So I'm due to go get the new one actually from the boys up there. So looking forward to going up and seeing Chris and picking up the new helmet soon. He's got waiting for me. So thanks for that, Chris. I think that's everyone. Everyone else that's helped, thank you, and we look forward to getting to the States and see if we can push this little 50 over the ton. It'll be a challenge, and then also chase those streamliners down on the 100 next year in Australia will be a challenge. We'll be shooting some flames out the pipes there. So anyway, take care. Hope everyone's well. Have a great remainder of your weekend. Cheers.